This is the second one of this Character Plus series. Make sure that the fan sound doesn't interfere with this. That I'm going to try out. This one is the Fuzzy Brit, and I figured that this time I would talk about what I'm doing as I do it. So I'm going to get started with the Stingray. Alright, first we're just going to kick it in and hear what the Sansamp emulation sounds like. And we got a lot of volume. Let's see, I'm going to set the volumes a little low. Okay, as this is sort of based on a Marshall, my first gut is to go kind of low with the drive. The character is always very interactive with the drive, so we'll go kind of low with that as well. Okay, so let's try something a little fun. Down all the way. Super quiet. That actually sounds pretty good because of how smooth it is. Let's try that much. Okay, so drive is going to go crazy quick. Pretty interesting. So let's just have fun with the character knob for a minute. Okay. Really bright. And the drive's all the way down with the character cranked all the way up. As with all of these pedals, including the bass fly rig and the VT bass and all that, the character knob is very sensitive. Yeah, every couple notches has a huge impact on tone. Alright, I'm going to play with the EQ a little. I am turning down the mic audio. That fuzz is crazy. I really like it though. Okay, so let's veer away from the fuzz for a minute. Let's see if we can get something distorted on the amp channel. That actually sounds good. Could be tricky. Let's see what we got. Very interesting. See what the character does to the drive sound. Well, if your goal was ever to have a bass so distorted that you can do pinched harmonics easily, this is the way to go. I'm really thinking that this is not the pedal at all to even attempt to use with bass. The other one's pretty good. So now I'm going to try to come up with something that I could use for bass. We'll see how it goes. Okay, I think we might be getting somewhere. Alright, I'm going to do my pseudo P bass here with my coil split and passive tone for a minute. Okay, so this old school broken up bass tone sounded really good for that sort of Black Sabbath-y thing I just went for. I'm going to try some old school Metallica with this bass real quick before I maybe try out another bass or something. So here we go. form factor of these looks cool, but not good for standing it up for a camera, that's for sure. I'm going to re-angle it. Alright, got a very different bass. So since this sort of distortion is like farty, I don't know how well it's going to respond to this type of bass, but we'll see. This very last tone is the closest thing to something I would actually use for an album or live or whatever, is this. Yeah, totally. So, verdict on this one. Sketchy, usable in the right situations. I feel like any of these are actually, you're able to dial in a tone similar to VT bass on here. The other one, you're able to dial in a tone similar to the Bass Driver DI. That's my thought process. It's hard. It's a little bit tricky, and you don't have a blend control like you do on the bass exclusive pedals. So, something to keep in mind.